This is Dr.RED Panda.
After the War of the Currents, the rivalry between Tesla and Edison escalated once again, this time not over electricity, but over the soul. In their later years, both geniuses seemed almost possessed. Edison became obsessed with capturing the voices of the departed through his psychophone, while Tesla attempted to receive messages from the beyond using mysterious radio waves. Their bizarre and ambitious ideas nearly reshaped humanity's understanding of life and death. Was this the madness of genius or another leap forward in science? Whose spiritual technology had the upper hand? Who do you think had the better approach to communicating with the beyond? Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Red Panda, and today, let's revisit this little-known competition. Edison sensing a business opportunity. Edison's interest in communicating with the souls of the dead first began in 1873, following the death of his close friend, William Leslie. It is said that losing his dear friend left Edison in deep sorrow, and he became determined to find a way to communicate with Leslie across the boundary between life and death. Additionally, between January 1918 and April 1920, the world was ravaged by an exceptionally deadly influenza pandemic. The outbreak infected approximately 1/3 of the global population, around 500 million people, and resulted in an estimated 20 to 50 million deaths. During this dark period, seances became extremely popular in the West. People who had lost loved ones would gather in groups, sitting hand in hand around a circular table, waiting for a medium to summon the spirits of the deceased. It was widely believed that through this ritual, they could reconnect with their departed family members. Some even used Ouija boards to engage in closer, more direct conversations with spirits, seeking answers to the unknown. As a successful businessman, Edison quickly recognized the enormous commercial potential in this trend. If he could invent a device capable of capturing the voices of spirits, the market would be huge. Initially, he attempted to modify the phonograph to create a machine that could facilitate communication with the dead. The phonograph was originally designed for recording and playing back sound. Edison speculated that if souls could manifest in the form of sound, they might be able to leave messages on the phonograph's cylinder. Although Edison initially claimed to have achieved some success, he never provided any substantial recordings or evidence to support his claims. As time passed, his pursuit of spirit communication became even more intense, ultimately leading to his most ambitious project, the spirit machine. Later, the media dubbed it the psychophone, a complex and mysterious device designed to enable real-time communication with the deceased. It was said that this machine combined electricity, radio waves, and other esoteric elements known to Edison, allowing it to receive messages from the spirit world and convert them into audible sounds or written text. In 1920, after years of secret research, Edison invited a group of friends and colleagues from the scientific community to his laboratory in New Jersey to witness a demonstration of his device. During the test, Edison projected a beam of light from a device similar to a movie projector onto a photoelectric sensor. His theory was that any interference passing through the beam would be recorded by a specially designed device. Edison believed this machine could detect the presence of spirits and that they could use it to reveal their existence. To validate his claim, Edison invited several mediums to participate in the demonstration. He theorized that when the mediums summoned spirits, the machine would detect their presence. However, to his disappointment, despite the mediums insisting that spirits were in the room, Edison's machine failed to register any signs of their existence. Nevertheless, Edison was undeterred. He concluded the experiment and resumed his research. As news of Edison's continued exploration of the psychophone spread, public interest quickly grew. Some saw his bold endeavor as an attempt to unravel the mysteries of the afterlife, while others remained skeptical, dismissing it as a publicity stunt or an eccentric obsession. Tesla's genius perception. Tesla's fascination with the supernatural stemmed from his unique cognitive framework, which blurred the boundaries between science and the paranormal. For instance, Tesla firmly believed in the existence of the ether, a term he used to describe a kind of universal collective consciousness. He claimed that many of his greatest inventions were inspired by insights and solutions he had drawn from this ether. Furthermore, in his autobiography, Tesla explicitly stated that humans themselves are machines, constantly influenced by their external environment. If this machine operates properly, it is evidently powered by energy, leading him to conclude that the essence of human life is nothing more than a form of energy. He believed this energy was eternal in the universe, meaning that when a person dies, their energy simply transitions into another state of existence, an idea that closely aligns with many people's concept of the soul. Tesla's understanding of life energy was remarkably profound. He theorized that if the soul was indeed a form of energy, then by fine-tuning a system to the correct frequency, it might be possible to build a device capable of communicating with the dead. With this open-minded approach, Tesla began developing what he called the spirit radio, a device designed to capture and decode signals from the spirit world. He envisioned it as a receiver that could detect these elusive frequencies and convert them into understandable signals. Tesla's innovative thinking led him to speculate that these mysterious frequencies could be linked to the ether or even dimensions beyond human sensory perception. He hypothesized that souls, or what he referred to as intelligent beings, might be manipulating these frequencies to communicate with the living. Tesla's research in this field began in the early 20th century when he built a crystal oscillator radio circuit in his laboratory. Suddenly, the system started picking up strange sounds, an unknown language speaking in an eerie, incomprehensible manner. This experience left him both intrigued and slightly unsettled. Since crystal radios operate using electromagnetic waves rather than electrical currents, Tesla began to wonder whether these sounds originated from Mars, some other electromagnetic source, or perhaps even the spirit world itself. In 1901, Collier's Weekly published a shocking declaration from Nikola Tesla. Mr. Nikola Tesla has achieved remarkable successes in electrical inventions. Now, with the dawn of a new century, he announces an achievement that will astonish the entire universe and surpass even the wildest dreams of the most visionary scientists. He claims to have received communications from the vastness of space, messages from the inhabitants of Mars, Venus, or other sister planets. Moreover, renowned scientists such as Sir Norman Lockyer were inclined to support Tesla's astonishing conclusions. Such a declaration would have been mind-blowing not only over 100 years ago, but even in today's world. It would be enough to send the entire planet into a frenzy. For this reason, many of Tesla's high-tech inventions were allegedly suppressed by the US government, including his Spirit Radio project. To this day, this project remains one of the most controversial and mysterious aspects of his legacy. Some believe Tesla was on the verge of a groundbreaking discovery that could have bridged the gap between the living and the dead. Others dismiss it as nothing more than an unproven hypothesis, lacking solid scientific evidence. In 1943, before he could fully demonstrate the success of his spirit radio, Tesla passed away, leaving behind one of history's most enigmatic scientific mysteries: the outcome of the competition. Looking back at Edison, despite his relentless efforts to develop and refine the psychophone, he was unable to fully demonstrate its functionality before his death in 1931. However, even in his final moments, he remained convinced that continued research on the psychophone would eventually lead to successful communication with the dead. From this perspective, the competition between Tesla and Edison seemed evenly matched, with no clear winner. However, unlike Edison, Tesla actually patented the components and devices necessary for his Spirit Radio project. Decades later, researchers began examining these patents, attempting to reconstruct the device themselves. It is well known that just hours after Tesla's death, all of his files and records were removed from his hotel room, and to this day, their whereabouts remain unknown. This mysterious disappearance has only added to the intrigue surrounding his work. Similarly, after Edison's passing, all documents, plans, files, and records related to the psychophone were either stolen or destroyed. Some speculate that Edison may have been much closer to success than people realized, prompting unknown individuals to seize control of his research. Others believe that government agencies may have intervened to prevent further development of this technology. In my view, a more plausible explanation is that Edison's family or close associates feared that his involvement in communicating with the dead could tarnish his esteemed reputation in the scientific community. As a result, they may have carefully removed all traces of the psychophone from his records, ensuring that this controversial experiment would eventually fade into obscurity. The contemporary supernatural electronic voice phenomenon, EVP, technology. Returning to Tesla's soul radio, in recent years, many people have successfully built devices inspired by Tesla's patented technology and discovered that the sounds they capture are both captivating and unsettling. These recordings often contain indistinguishable static, but sometimes clear words or phrases can be recognized. Over the past 2 decades, paranormal research organizations around the world have started using modern electronic devices to capture signs of soul activity, and this technology for recording electronic voice phenomena, EVP, is essentially the same as Tesla's soul radio. Today, EVP has become a significant part of paranormal investigations, recording many instances that seem to involve communication with spirits. If EVP is considered strong evidence of ghostly communication, then Tesla's soul radio can be seen as having made notable progress. However, skeptics still believe that EVP is simply an auditory illusory delusion, where people subjectively interpret random sounds as words or phrases. This skepticism is easier to support if the technology only captures random speech. Yet, some EVP recordings include very specific instructions, such as requesting people to leave the room. Surprisingly, many paranormal investigation cases suggest that researchers may be able to directly communicate with souls, with electronic devices capturing precise responses. Regardless of how one defines soul, if we adopt Tesla's view that soul is energy, communication becomes less mysterious and remains within the realm of materialist science. Tesla and Edison's exploration of the supernatural, though controversial, exemplifies how science requires top minds to break free from constraints. In the vast universe, with so many unknowns, their attempts symbolize humanity's endless thirst for knowledge. A complete dismissal of this type of research, I believe, is not the attitude we should have toward objective phenomena. In this regard, I like to respond with a quote from Tesla. "What truly hinders my research are the laws of nature. The world is not yet ready to accept it. It is far beyond this era, but the laws of nature are unstoppable, and it will ultimately prevail. My project will succeed in the end." And that's a wrap for this episode of the video. I'm DR.RED Panda. If any of you have your own perspectives, or if you think there are any errors in the video, feel free to leave a comment in the discussion section. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Until next time, take care.